All right, let's get into afternoon action here right now with the Jaguars on the road, taking on the 49ers here. And, well, they told me the Jaguars are supposed to be one of the most improved offenses, one of the most improved teams. And, hey, so far, so good. It looks like it's worked out. Now, they did get the win only 17-10 last week against Houston. It was starting to look a little bit clumpy there again, but. Maybe Houston had a little strength on defense in that one, obviously, with the 17-10 game. But Jacksonville, they should be able to run the ball here against the 49ers. Now, uh, they say they're moving away from Travis Etienne here, but seems to me like Liam Cohen would rather have Travis Etienne in there. Granted, with Tootin, everyone's so stoked with this guy, and he's a great option for sure. Facial Tootin does look good. He was banged up, so that kind of put the focus back on ATN a little bit. I mean, this combo that the Jaguars have, it looks pretty lethal to me because Tootin looks terrific in there right now. Now, will be difficult for Lawrence. I don't expect a great passing day here for Lawrence against the 49ers. I think that's kind of where they'll may run amok here offensively, but getting a 3.5, the line move, the night move here, or this week's move has been on the Jaguars. They were as high as 4.5 in some openers, maybe 4 or 3.5. Maybe it hasn't moved that much, but the total here is up to 46.5 here. And like I said, I think the Jaguars supposed to have an improved offense, and I think, quite frankly, they do. I think the 49ers are, probably a boring offense right now here at this point. Look, if they keep uh, riding McCaffrey here, there's no doubt. I mean, no one's stopping him here. It feels like at this point. We hope he stays healthy, but how much use can you really get out of this guy, man? I mean, I'd be asking for overtime pay right now, but it's been terrific every game so far. Really dominating here in the numbers. Last game had another strong day, especially catching the ball, man. That's the key. McCaffrey's getting just as many as he always does, but just as many yards out of the backfield as he is in his rushing here. And look, I don't want to go beyond them because look, they got Brian Robinson, they got Garendo, but you're just relying here a lot on McCaffrey, and I don't want it to backfire. The other thing is the Niners have some injured wide receivers here right now. Jawan Jennings has been questionable here pretty much this week with ankle and shoulder injuries right now, and Pearsall also here with a knee injury, questionable to play, I believe. Let me check the status here right now and see if we've had uh, any upgrade right now, but feels to me like the Niners are coming in, battling these injuries. We know that Purdy's been hurt, and we've had to wait for days just to get him uh, in there. I think they announced on Thursday or Friday that he would be in there with that toe problem. But yep, Pearsall, Jennings, they're on the list here for sure. And not only that, Jordan Watkins is out of this game. So I think there's issues here actually for the Niners coming into this game, and it is a struggle sometimes when you're betting on Jacksonville, and uh, even then they get the lead, right? It feels like never a certainty here, but I'm going to try the Jags in this one at plus 3.5. I do love I like the offensive personnel for sure, especially like I said, get that running game going, establish the run here. If Jennings is in there, he could have a big game for sure. And if not, you're going to be relying on some other guys, Kendrick Bourne in there. Also Demarcus Robinson. He looked pretty good. They said in practice this week, and for MVS in there. Look, he's been kind of a no-show so far, but they might need him tomorrow, and that's probably not good news here. And what's going on with the tight ends right here with San Francisco? Right, I know. Uh, with Luke Farrell in there and with Jake Tongas. That's will have to be their focus right now uh, with this current situation. So, all right, gang. Let me hear from you guys in the chat a little bit here with if you want to comment on Jacksonville up against the 49ers. I think I've already made my play here and I'm not even done with our preview, but uh, Jacksonville so far, they are 7-4 against the spread and their last 11 against non-conference competition. 49ers here, they've won those first 3 games by 1 point, 4 points, and 5 points. So Mac Jones did a pretty good job. Back to some people say he should get the job here, but we're going to go back to Purdy here. But Purdy has won practically 65% of his starts. Mac Jones, not so much. So first 3 games, the Niners are allowing just 265 yards per game so far. Niners are, however, just 7-12 against the spread when coming in off of a win. They're also just 5-10 against the spread against AFC opponents. So I'm going to take Jacksonville here in this one, getting 3.5 points against San Francisco. Jacksonville has covered 4 of their last 5 games overall. They've failed to cover 6 straight against the 49ers, but that goes back about nearly 15 years. Niners, meanwhile, still just 3-9 against the spread in their last 12 games overall, 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. So, all right, chat picking up here. Maybe we'll get a show like I like to do where we go through all that chat. That's what we're trying to recreate here, a little bit on the night side. All right, Kurt says, hey, they know Mac Jones, but they won't get a look at him, I guess, here this week. Antoine says Jaguars and cover. And let's see, Mr. Wesker said it looks like he's not really believing in what the 49ers are doing here. He likes Jacksonville here, it looks like, today. And the defense has been pretty good too. I want to say you guys are making me throw up the upset alert here. We need a graphic. Yeah, Purdy will be back. Antoine already announced, but toe injury. You're just one step away from kicking that toe. Here, they shouldn't rush Purdy back if it was really that big a deal that they had to wait so close to game time. Maybe Purdy was pushing to get back in, but Jones was just fine. I don't, sure, Purdy, you're going to hold him a little bit higher than Jones here at this point. But if you really put Jones in with the 49ers, and he kind of looked like a Brock Purdy guy who just needed a little bit more work to be Brock Purdy, really. And I think that's what the Niners do. I think they're kind of a system quarterback. Nobody's saying that Purdy. Hey, look, been following Purdy a long time. I saw him play a high school game at Perry High. But all right. And the Kurt says maybe even if Joe Montana's in, he's on Jacksonville here. All right. And Antoine says Pearsall will be in that game. I think he's saying good to know. All right. I'll take Jacksonville, though, here.